Okay, today we have a interesting bottle, to say the least. This is a Woodford Reserve 375 distillery only release, and it's clocking in at 139.4 proof, nearly hazmat. Stick around, check it out. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. My name is Austin. Today I'm going to be reviewing a really unique bottle. This is Woodford Reserve Chocolate Whisper Redux or Redo. And it's coming in at 139.4 proof, 69.7% ABV. It says here selected by our master distiller. At an unparalleled proof, this exquisite extended aged whiskey showcases the bourbon's opulent chocolate and espresso notes. Back in March, I was at the distillery with a few friends of mine, and they had this there. It's a distillery only release, 375, and most of those are either like a weird malt finished in something. This is where they'll release their double oaked prior to them making it mass produced and available. And so it's all these kind of like weird little one-offs. And as we were driving there, a couple of my friends had recently tasted it at somebody else's house. I forget whose house, but they had tasted it at one of our other friends' house, and were saying it was really good, and they were hoping that it'd be there. And I didn't know anything about it while we were going in. They had it there. It was $100 for a 375. It was limit 2 per person, so $200 for a full-size bottle. I did end up grabbing 2, and I've been wanting to try it and review it for, well, ever since we picked it up. I think last week or week before last, I was recording a bunch of no dub lines with RJ, and I opened this up and I threw it in our sample pool, and fortunately it got pulled. So prior to me even trying it, I put it into a sample bottle and put it up against a Woodford Reserve batch proof to see kind of what's the best barrel proof Woodford Reserve product, and hoping that'll come out soon. We got a bunch of no dub line episodes to catch up on with editing and releasing, but if you want to see how this stacks up next to a Woodford Reserve batch proof, which are much more readily available, they've been sitting at Costco when I've gone there before. They've been sitting at my local grocery store. They're much more available. So if you want to see how this stacks up against a Woodford batch proof, that will be coming up at some point in the near future. So let's get into it. Oh my gosh, it smells really good. Chocolate, espresso, vanilla. The tasting notes on this were, even though it was only 2, were right on par. I'm getting a faint banana, which is typical with brown-forman. Yeah, it almost has like a banana cream pie thing with, on the back of the nose, there's that's where like the chocolate and the oak and espresso really come in, those darker notes. But it smells banana-y, it smells creamy, vanilla-y, almost like a walnut. There's a little bit of a nut in there. It smells great. It almost reminds me of the Woodford double oaked from the 375, or the extra old 1910 from the 117 series of Old Forester, or even just like the 1910 from Old Forester. All right, let's see how it tastes. Man, that just kind of takes over your whole mouth. And there's like a black walnut, almost like a chocolate bitters. Definitely vanilla in there. Definitely chocolate, oak, espresso. In the no dub lines, we actually said it tastes like a chocolate covered espresso prior to knowing what it was. So spoiler alert, I guess, but the tasting notes on that are pretty spot on. I would just add the vanilla custard, banana, and then walnut for sure, like a black walnut. That's really nice. It's very unique. $100 for a 375. Given the proof and how unique it is for the Woodford Reserve portfolio, I'm not too mad at that. Prices obviously are coming down just across the board. Interest in bourbon is waning right now. I think people are burnt out on whiskey tube, honestly, and chasing all the hard to come by stuff and spending exorbitant amounts of money on bottles, and just kind of the boom is definitely over. The bubble has popped, and I think it'll come back around, but I think it will take a while. I digress. Let's get back to this. Although I think I've said everything I need to say on it. Yeah, there's this mid-palate sweetness that comes in before you get that drying oak, espresso, chocolate. There is kind of, I guess that would be that vanilla custard on the palate kind of translates, or I mean on the nose kind of translates on the palate too. So all in all, it's really pleasant. I like it quite a bit. I'm trying to figure out if it drinks as hot as it is. Does it drink 139.7 nearly hazmat, or does it drink below? I think it drinks a little bit below, but where you really feel that proof is just the entire experience of it. It's kind of effervescent. It kind of takes over your whole mouth. And I think that's attributed to the proof on it. If you would have told me this is a double oak product, I would not doubt or question that at all for a second. If you like double oak products, if you like 1910 but want something that has a little more oomph, if you like double oak but don't like the standard like 90.4 or whatever it is proof that Woodford does, definitely worth seeking out. I haven't seen these pop up on secondary, so I don't know what these are going for on secondary. Given that this is a $100 bottle for $375, I would expect it to be around $150 maybe. If this is right up your alley, I don't think that's the worst buy in the world. I'm happy to have a backup since it is just a $375, and I don't think I'd pay more than retail for it, but given it's a distillery only, if you really want it, you're gonna have to go outside of, standard MSRP and have to grab one on secondary. I don't know, that might be something worth considering on this. It is just, that walnut is just so, I mean, the chocolate covered espresso bean is like the perfect analogy. I got my espresso machine in the back here too, so clearly I like espresso. But yeah, that's good. If you want to see how it stands up against batch proof, that'll be coming out hopefully within the next couple weeks. And stick around for that. That's where I'm going to wrap this up. As always, Bourbon Experience is all about good pours and great times with whoever you're with. Whiskey meant to be enjoyed, so crack those bottles. Cheers.